And good afternoon and welcome to Diane Writes. Oh, I see I've got something going on my screen here. I have to change the view. I'd like to introduce you all to my friend, J.I. Rogers. She is the author of the Corpse Files series. That did not work. Oh well, I'll have to do that in a minute. But I will show the awesome books. They are amazing cyberpunk space opera dystopian, and I love them. So let's see here. Sorry, just a second. I'm trying full screen. No, that's not what I want either. Sorry. I've had a bit of a morning. This is as you can see, I'm exceptionally late. So, all right. Tiled spotlight. Is that what I want? Yes, that's what I want. Now all I have to do is figure out how to get this to not be full screen. Is that what that is? There we go. Okay, all right. All right, we're in business. Thanks for joining me today, guys. And thanks for joining me, J.I. Rogers. Welcome. Oh, your mic is still muted, it looks like. Yeah, it's still muted. I had some technical difficulties getting organized today, so I apologize for the delay. It appears to be that kind of day.
There we go.
Yeah, all right, we're in business. Cool. There we go. Thanks for the help, Macaro. Ah, you got a bit of lag.
So there's a bit of lag happening here. I'm not sure why.
Oh, I hear me in the background. You may want to mute the stream. Yeah. Technical difficulties are fun. But it's Twitch, and Twitch is twitchy. We all know this, so it's all good. Barbarossa,
oh, yes.
Yeah, Barbarossa says, I wanted to make a G.I. Joe joke, but I couldn't make it work. Cool. Oh no, I still hear me coming out of a speaker or something. Uh-oh.
Okay.
So I had to reboot the whole system before we started, and J.I. had to apparently Windows chose that moment to update. So this is why we do not have our crap together today. Thank you for bearing with us. But it's going to be awesome. J.R. Rogers is an amazing world builder. She has done, her books have won a lot of awards. A lot of awards. Including one that Chanticleer magazine sponsors. Isn't that right?
Yes. The Chanticleer International Book Award. I won the grand prize for science fiction last year and the first prize position this year for my second book.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Siobhan, I guess you didn't hear the introduction. This is J.I. Rogers, the author of the Corpse File series, and a friend, right? One of the friends I have made through writing, which is kind of cool. And actually, she lives right close to us. She is from Revelstoke, BC, so that's always awesome. Aha, okay, I'm not hearing me anymore. This is good, I think. Oh no, I am, but really quiet. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Okay.
I have you super turned down.
Do you happen to have headphones? Perhaps that would be... Or are you wearing headphones?
Not downstairs.
Oh dear. Okay.
I am not wearing headphones. I've got earbuds that I could go and get upstairs, which
Okay.
might be the way to do it.
Yeah,
If
maybe
you
we
could give
should
me
do
like
that.
3 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. No problem. I'll go to the downtime screen first, and yeah, that's great.
All right,
Ah,
sounds good. I'll be right back.
okay, cool. Yeah, no worries.
Sounds good.
I would like to say thanks for the coffees, says Siobhan. That's cool. People were supporting your coffee. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Yeah, so geez, I'm trying to think of how we met exactly. We met, I think, through a Facebook group for independent science fiction writers. I believe is how we met. And I was like, really? You live that close? That's so cool. So yeah. Oh, J.I. did. Oh, good. Oh, that's great. Barbarossa says, I decided to work on nano. Excellent! Planning an idea I got from an image I found. That's fantastic, Barbarossa. I really hope that you participate. One of the reasons why I was a little late today is because there was a lot of excitement generated around Game of Tomes, which, of course, if you haven't heard of it, is our game within the NaNoWriMo game. I will dog groom an orc detective. That sounds like the greatest idea ever. Oh my god. Macaro spent $900 today because Macaro bought himself a lifetime membership to World Anvil. There's a limited number of these available, and they give you a lifetime membership at the Grandmaster level. I hope I hear some noise in the background, so I'm hoping that J.I. Rogers just get back to her room because I was going to point it out to her. She might want to consider it. She is on World Anvil, but her world is currently private because she's using it, like many writers do, as a series Bible. So, yeah. Oh, plus paid rat surgery, says Macaro, which was more expensive. Yeah. I got my cat fixed like 2 weeks ago. It was actually cheaper than I thought, though. It was better, but I hear you. I really do. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like you are back. Are you back?
I appear to be back.
Excellent. All right, so I'll go back to the other screen.
And with
Great.
more lag.
More like, well, you know what? Don't pay any attention to like listening to the stream would be my advice. Listen to the Google call, right? And turn the stream, like mute the stream, right? But then you'll get the chat at least. So if you see comments in the chat, then you know that could work.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. Siobhan says, puppies were born today. Yay! Siobhan's been talking about there's a litter of puppies that we're considering getting one, but I don't know because I have cats now. So, and I'm apparently dropping a lot of frames. So let's see. Why am I doing that? Figures. Okay, I'm going to go to, I don't know why I was doing that. Okay. Probably because I still have everything in its dog open. Okay. I told it to reboot, but maybe it didn't. Yeah, apparently okay, so we're gonna be going with some lag today, I guess, because my computer was supposed to reboot and it didn't, so. Fun. Yeah. All right, let's see, what am I missing here? Yeah, if you just want to chat, then pause the stream to save the bandwidth. Yeah. How do I don't even know how to pause the stream. It'll just disconnect me if I try that. Do I have any other video stuff going on in the background? No, I don't seem to. Oh well. Maybe when we get to the first break, I'll fire this back up. We'll see how it goes. Depends how bad it gets. I think it's okay right now. If but if it gets bad, let me know, guys. Okay, so today we are talking about world building. This is the nano prep subject for this week. And I figured that since about 90% of my audience is World Anvil or like pro writers kind of deal, then we don't really need to explain, what world building is per se and how to do it. Although we might want to just give a brief definition for people who are watching this on YouTube later. What do you think of when you think of world building?
To me, world building is everything that would be around the character,
Right.
even the stuff they don't see. And I'm now lagging because I hear my own voice in my head thanks to the headphones.
Oh dear. Oh dear, that sucks. Are you still listening to the stream?
So, I am actually listening to the call.
Oh, weird. I don't know why
The
you would hear
Google,
your voice. That's so strange. It's a day.
yep, because I've got the screen on my laptop, which is shut down, and I've got everything else hooked up
Okay. Yeah, I understand how difficult
through
that
my
is.
other system. So,
When I get my own voice, what I do is I take out one headphone, right? And then it makes it a little less annoying, but yeah.
thank you. All right. No, to get back to world building, everything that the character would perceive and all of the mechanics that would keep the world rolling around them, even the stuff they don't see.
Right. Right. I think
So if they go into a shop and they order, lunch and they sit down, the people around them have lives. There are things going on in their lives that may connect later on, but they still have to live their lives. There has to be a framework, an infrastructure.
yeah, I agree completely, and I think that also goes to the
One of my
question,
pet peeves in science fiction,
right? Your pet peeves in science fiction?
sorry,
It's the lag. Yeah.
is, and fantasy for that matter, is when they don't show any infrastructure. You have the lone castle out in the thing with no farms around it.
Yes, what do they eat?
Like, the Shire produce all of the food for Middle Earth.
Yeah, good point there. Yeah, exactly. Right. I think that that goes to the question of what do you need to build, right? You need the stuff that the character is immediately going to interact with and the stuff around that, right?
And to give your NPCs, so to speak, a bit of extra life, they have to have something going for them. They have families, they have lives, things matter to them.
Yeah, absolutely. They've all got their own stories.
So give that some thought when you're creating these spaces.
Hey Des, how you doing? We're interviewing J.I. Rogers, author of the Corpse Files series today, and she's helping me talk about world building and what you actually need to world build. We've got a bit of lag, so you know, be aware that that's a thing. That's a good line there, Angst. Yeah, I know that song. They all go bare and they live by the air and they want no bones, no money. Yeah.
True enough.
Yeah. Yeah. To answer Barbarossa's question earlier, who would
What
win in a
else?
fight, her protagonist or mine? That depends on, I think, whether or not Shandar knew that Nash was coming. Because I think Nash is smarter than Shandar, and I'm pretty sure that if he had time to plan and could get the drop on Shandar, he could take him out. Shandar, on the other hand, is a trained space marine, and if it came to physical combat, I think my odds are on him. What do you think there?
I would probably agree in a hand-to-hand combat scenario, especially after his aversion training or therapy.
Right.
But how much does your character drink? depending on the kind of battle it is.
Well, there is that. He's well, yeah. At one point, he is an alcoholic. So since Nash is also an alcoholic, they might try to drink each other under the table, I
Oh, he and
suppose.
Nash should get along fine. There'd be no fight.
Yeah, no, they'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck the system. Fuck these guys. Let's just take them out together. We'll kill your enemies, then mine. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Sign me up. Here's my list.
Yeah. Yeah, too right. Yeah, I think they get along well too, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably I see the lag is really terrible, so I'm probably going to go to an early break today rather than wait for the hour, and then I will reload the whole stream because it's, and we'll see how that goes. But yes, in the meantime, yeah, I think that the important thing about world building is to keep in mind, you're right, like all the secondary characters have their own lives and their own stories. They don't orbit entirely around the protagonist, they don't go in a fridge as soon as the protagonist steps off screen. So you kind of need to know what the universe is like around them, what the universe is like around your character, right? And keep in mind how they move through them. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's absolutely.
Cool. Okay. What advice do you have for people who are trying to world build around their novels or their stories? Like, where do they start?
Put yourself on your own landscape and then take a look around and explore it. Go for a coffee somewhere, walk into a tavern and see what bard is playing. Do you think they're famous? Go to a space station and see if it's up to date or see if it's declining because the empire is declining. And start investigating the nooks and crannies that you would as a person, the things you would need. Where's the bathroom?
That's a good one. Every ship needs a head.
People always neglect little details like that, and it really bugs me.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I once saw this technical readout for the Enterprise, at the Enterprise from the Next Generation, and it had one head in the design on the whole ship, and it was behind the bridge. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work
Yeah.
somehow.
And the option to hang out the window is not there.
No, no. Air go out like whoosh. Yeah, Barbarossa says there's actually an episode of The Simpsons that references that when Homer leaves and then Moja says they should get into their standard position and they all just stand still. It made me laugh so hard when I first saw it. Yeah, that's hilarious. And
It's true.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Angsthaze says that's why cutting Bombadil from Lord of the Rings was wrong. He proved that the universe didn't recover entirely around the ring. I agree with you completely. I share that critique. Oh, Bob
So
Kansky's
do
song
I.
Comforts of Home. Oh yeah, good reference there. Ah, Dazzlecat has a question. How do you world build into your stories so that the reader doesn't fall victim to can't see the forest for the trees? That's an excellent question.
That is an excellent question. Um, the trick is to also have the general's view of the map. And have enough motion and other characters with other points of view to show you more of the map, sort of reduce the fog of war.
Right.
Have little teasers, plot lines, sub things, characters to know information and actually reveal it without it being a big info dump.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I do think you kind of have to have the broad view, even if the character does not, right? And it's interesting because
Mhm.
um, then then we need to, and I'm not going to get into this until after the first break, but one of the questions I'm going to ask when we get to the first break is effectively communicating enough of that to your readers that your reader gets a sense of what's going on in the background, right? When the character doesn't necessarily know that information, right? Because that's a problem that, you know, I run
Mhm.
into even, right? So yeah, I'm curious about your thoughts about that, but hold that until after the break because yeah, I would like to ask questions back and forth, and that's not going to work very well with the way the lag currently is. It's terrible. So, yeah, and I agree with you. I've played rolling or role playing campaigns that froze everyone who wasn't a PC. Yeah, that's dumb. That's no fun because then you can't interact with those characters, see what's going on in their lives. Yeah. Barbarossa says,
Exactly, and
"Oh, go
that's
ahead."
another way to introduce the reader to more information is to have people gossip.
Gossip's good. I like gossip.
These NPCs that come in know stuff. You know, the barkeeper will always have information.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The barkeeper. Yeah, gossip is a good tool. You can have even if you're doing a tight third person personal, you can often go off screen in a couple of chapters and briefly get into the heads of some of the other characters. And Anne Leckie, who of course is
Yes.
the many, I mean, like, she won everything. She won the Nebula, she won the Hugo, she won the, she won everything, right? The Locust, all of it, right? And all in one year, right? For her Ancillary Justice series, right? Which is space opera, for those who are not aware, says don't neglect the omniscient point of view. Sometimes it really is beneficial to do that, especially when you're writing something big like an epic fantasy or a space opera.
Mhm. Absolutely, I agree. I'm not sure how well I do it, but I do agree.
Yeah, I know. I hear that. I'm not sure how well I do it either. Yeah, who checks the airlocks anyhow? Says Angst Haze. Yeah, exactly. Right. Barbaro says using Dungeon Draft right now to make the office of the main character his little investigator's office, and he didn't realize how much you could fit in a small space. Yeah, we'll get into some advanced techniques too. Like
Oh,
I,
yes.
yeah, yeah, I, for example, recommend blocking out fight scenes if you're not sure. Yeah. Okay, this leg
Oh,
is
that's a
driving me
very good
insane.
idea. Or consulting with people who know more about the fact.
Right, exactly. Always consult with people who know more about the fact. I agree with that too. Okay, the leg is driving me insane. So I'm going to take the first break now, if that's okay with you guys. I'm going to reboot
You
my
too?
computer. So that probably means that the stream is going to go down and then come back up. Okay, Daz has a question first, which I have to answer because it'll flush my chat. I plan to do point counterpoint style by swapping between main character point of view scenes and antagonist point of view scenes. Think that would work? Yes, I think that would work.
Absolutely, it will work. Just remember that no antagonist ever thinks that they're the villain.
Right. That's it. That's true. Every antagonist is the hero of their own story. Okay, I'm shutting down the stream and rebooting. I will be in the chat in my other computer, right? So if you guys want to ask questions in the chat in the meantime of uh, J.R. Rogers, she will be here. So It's weird to say J.I. Rogers, you know, as a personal, and I want to call you by your name, but that's why I'm
Just
hesitating
call me
over it.
Jen.
Okay, so yeah, so Jen will be here in the chat, right? And I will also be kind of listening. Don't go away. I will be right back.